Hey guys, Grumpa here. Welcome back to another Grumpa Grooves. As you see, I got my man, Ren, on the screen. Part of the Reniverse, the Renegades. Thank you guys for suggesting this. Thank you guys for showing the love on the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank you enough. I'll keep saying I'm trying to respond to all the comments. If you want to watch the original video, it will be down uncut for Ren down in the comments or down in the description. Go check it out there. Give him the love for his channel. I know a lot of the money he makes goes to charities and all that, so make sure you go and do that. But I'm here. There's going to be cuts. There's going to be pauses. Probably at the most inopportune time. That is who I am. I'm Mr. Inopportune. So, looks like it is a 5-minute 10 video. Let's jump into it. Hear what he has to say and go from there. I know I got a couple requests out there from it. Appreciate you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit subscribe. I think it's like 93% of you guys that watch the videos aren't subscribed. And if you're a renegade and you haven't subscribed yet, are you doing Ren justice? Are you truly a renegade? If you haven't subscribed, if you're not showing the love to the reactors that do renegade videos, man, I know the other renegades out there that have subscribed, they might have words for you, but I'm going to shut up. I'm just having fun. We're going to get into this. Let's go and hear what this man has to say other than the beautiful lyrics that he has put out there.
I want to keep this short and sweet because I wrote something that I want to share with you. But first of all, I just want to say how grateful I am. I've reached 1 million subscribers on YouTube, which is flipping huge milestone.
Can only imagine.
I wanted to say thank you to everyone who supported my music over the years, whether you're newly on board or have been here for a while. I wanted to say thank you to the YouTube reaction community who have gotten behind my stuff in a big way and really helped me reach this goal. So thank you guys. Yeah, I wanted to read this.
Can only imagine reaching 1 million subscribers on YouTube and, you know, doing it through your music, doing it through your art. You know, whatever, 1 million subscribers. That is unreal. And, you know, just a number that's, I can't even imagine, you know, reaching 1 million subscribers. So the fact that a beautiful musician and person like him is able to get it, I truly feel he's thankful for it. And giving a shout out to the reactors out there. Obviously, this is before I was even reacting, before I knew even who he was. You know, turning people on to him and all that. That's one thing I like about this channel. It's turning people that I haven't heard before onto me, as well as if I can touch one person out there with the, you know, people, maybe they see my video and they learn about Ren. You know, I've done my part and I feel good about it. So, you know, him giving a shout out to the people tells about what type of man he is right there. So
this passage that I wrote about success is too much for me. Gotten behind my stuff in a big way and really helped me reach this goal. So thank you guys. Yeah, I wanted to read this passage that I wrote about success. It's too much.
I know I just paused and I probably paused in the same point. You can tell my man's already getting emotional. You can tell every word he's speaking is from his heart. His eyes are getting glassy. You know, that's how you know. That's how you know.
Yeah, I wanted to read this passage that I wrote about success. It's too much for me to remember right now, so bear with me. But
understand it.
Success to me means that I have a responsibility that transcends me.
True.
If I have a platform where people are paying attention, then I feel like it's my duty to make that count.
Yep.
It's far more important than my aspirations with music and what I could personally gain. There's a saying that stuck with me recently, which was a rising tide lifts all ships.
True.
Somehow, by finding success for myself has meant that I can find success for the people around me. And that makes me feel very rich.
Very true.
I'm in a very strange position right now where I owe much of my success to the most destructive force in my life, which has been the turbulence of my physical and mental illness. The thing that has by far brought me the most pain has been a source of constant inspiration, which ironically led to creations which brought me the most joy. Creating art which means something to somebody else and can potentially be a companion to somebody else in the dark justifies my own pain, and I desperately needed that to be justified.
I mean, it is so true, knowing his story, and I'm not going to claim to know all of it, but knowing what I've heard in the comments and people telling me about it, and, you know, you can tell it in his songwriting, the way he carries himself, just, you know, the darkness and the struggle and the pain that he was in bringing them to having 1 million subscribers and a loyal fan base, the renegades out there, the Reniverse, whatever you want to call it, you know, out of the deepest darkness, sometimes it's the best light. It's like that. I don't know what it was, but it's like out of lava forms a flower or something along those lines. I got a Moana movie, I don't know, but you know, sometimes out of the worst disasters, the best things come. So true, so true. What a blessing.
Somebody else in the dark justifies my own pain, and I desperately needed that to be justified. There are a lot of people alive today who live in the dark. It's a place that I'm very familiar with. In the peak of my health problems, I was severely underweight. All my meals had to be restricted and blended, and I was so tired that I couldn't participate in life. I couldn't socialize, I couldn't watch films, I couldn't read. My bones constantly hurt. Even standing in the shower was excruciating and exhausting. And this went on for years, with no answers. Nobody could have ever convinced me during that time that my pain and suffering would be a source for something good, because it felt insidious. Nobody could have ever convinced me that something constructive can come from hurting every day. But I'm here to tell you that if you are hurting every day, don't be afraid. One thing I know to be a certain, to be a constant law of the universe, is that life is inconsistent. Life is beautiful and life is hideous.
All right, before we get into that, so true, and I'm going to try not to get emotional because he's getting emotional, which will make me emotional, which we don't need two emotional freaking guys on this screen right now. But so true, so true, so true. Man, you can feel it with him. That's the good thing. That's the thing with him. You feel every word he says. It's amazing.
I know to be a certain, to be a constant law of the universe, is that life is inconsistent. Life is beautiful and life is hideous. Life is kind and life is cruel. Dancing inside this dichotomy and inconsistency makes me know that you won't hurt forever. Whether that comes from resolution of what you're going through or acceptance of where you are, you won't hurt forever. You don't know yet whether or not your pain conceals gold. It definitely conceals wisdom, and it's definitely a catalyst for filling you with empathy. Facts. So stand strong, my friends, and don't let the darkness consume you, because once you know the dark and become intimate with it, you become very capable of wielding the light.
I think, dude, the freaking wisdom in this guy. The fact that the worst you go through in your life makes you more empathetic of others is so true. So true. The harder your life has been, the more struggles you've seen, the more, pain you've faced, and, mud you've had to get through in your life. Makes you see things, see people in a different way, and it makes you more empathetic for it. So by him saying that, 100%, dude, wise, wisdom, preach it, brother.
Catalyst for filling you with empathy. So stand strong, my friends, and don't let the darkness consume you, because once you know the dark and become intimate with it, you become very capable of wielding the light.
Very true.
You could be instrumental for changing this world for the better. There's nothing humble about shrinking or doubting yourself because you are large. You can be ferocious and you could be magnificent.
Yep.
For the medical industry, who too often let people fall through the cracks, it's your duty to do better.
Facts.
For the people living in the light, who have either stepped out of their shadow or have never had to walk beside it, it's your responsibility to put out untainted love.
Yep.
Our own greed, desire to ferociously expand, and decisions rooted in self-interest can benefit ourselves in a material sense, but can be very destructive to the hive and the world around us, ultimately hurting ourselves. So we really must consider that if we're going to step into a bright future. As humans, we have an incredible potential, and it would be a shame to throw it away. So community, Humanity and changing our relationship with the natural world so it leans more towards homeostasis must be a priority number one. If you're watching this and there's a knot tied up in your stomach with bitterness, anger, or hatred for your fellow human being, be with it, feel it, understand it, express it, and then let it go.
Yep.
You're hurting. Give yourself love, forgive yourself, and then project that love outwards and the anger will pass.
So true. It just goes back to the thing that I'm sure you've all heard before, and if you haven't, this is the first time you're hearing it, man, I hope it changes you. You can't love anybody. You can't love anybody unless you love yourself first. Simple as that. You can't. You can say you can, but you can't love anybody unless you love yourself first. Because how are you able to show love? How are you able to show true love if you're not loving yourself? And don't sit here and come in my comments and tell me, you know what? I love my kids, but I hate myself. No. It's not possible. You can't. You can't truly love your kids. And call me what you want. You can't love your kids. You can't love anybody if you hate yourself, because you're not giving them the authentic love to show them what true love is. When you love yourself and you love yourself truly, and you forgive yourself for the shit that you've done or the shit that you've been through, and you love, only then can you pour that love onto other people, because they'll see it inside of you. Think about it. If you tell your kids you love them and you show them you love them or whatever, how they know when they see that you're in pain? They know. They're not stupid. People aren't. Anyway, I don't need to go off on a tangent.
Forgive yourself and then project that love outwards and the anger will pass.
Exactly.
We have a decision in every interaction to tilt the world towards heaven or hell, towards Jannah or Jahannam, utopia or dystopia, and some people's ideas of heaven will be another's image of hell. So tread carefully, but treat those differences with respect. Tapestries are made beautiful because of the variety in the sum of their parts. Thank you to 1 million people inside this rich tapestry for the opportunity for me to try and spread my own vision of what I believe to be good. And thank you for justifying my pain. Thank you. I love you.
Amazing. 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 Simply amazing. And I totally fully agree. I apologize if you're looking for a song today, but this one was recommended by quite a few people to watch. I appreciate it. It's so true. And all I can say is love yourself. You know, love yourself. Show love to everybody else. That's what this world needs more than ever right now. It's just more love. So, I love you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you that have either came here to sub or just came here to watch the video. I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you.